Okay, welcome. So this is an interesting job. I'm cleaning this flower petal canopy in this school today. If I'm looking a bit untidy, it's because I've literally just come back off holiday. What's happened was this job is a little bit time sensitive. So I've just got off the plane this morning. I've had a few hours sleep on the plane. About 24 hours ago I was watching an ice hockey game in Toronto and now here I am cleaning this play area shelter. So yeah, it's half term this week. It's much easier for it to be done during the time when the kids are not in the play area, obviously, and they're not at school. So I said I'd do it this Friday afternoon. It's a bit grim as well, so it does look a bit unsightly. There's a few random objects on the top as well, so mainly it's the top that they want cleaned. It's underneath these trees, so that adds to the problem really. But yeah, we're going to clean it up. I'll clean all the underside as well, which is also looking a bit grim, and around the seats. They didn't ask for the paving around to be cleaned, so I'm literally just cleaning the metal structure. But I'm hoping it cleans up quite nicely. Should bring the colour back, and it should look quite nice. I've brought my roof cleaning pole, and I'm thinking I might even use the flat surface cleaner, the small flat surface cleaner, which I usually use for roofs. I brought that pole because I can extend it nice and far. I can stand back a little way as well to get up onto the top there, so I'm not going to have to use any platforms or ladder equipment or anything like that. I thought I could just stand back, and the shape of it here, I can even get in between these petals a bit if I need to. So yeah, that's what I think I'm going to do, see how it goes. The caretaker very kindly made me a cup of tea to get me started, so I think I need it. just on the top there, looking pretty good. So quite pleased with that. Gonna get this underside done now. It's a bit rusty up there in places, not too bad, but I get all this cleaned up, rinse all the paving down, make sure it's left nice and neat and tidy. It basically it's turned out okay. There's a couple of areas where it's a bit more stubborn dirt where I kind of feel like it would benefit from a bit of chemical treatment. It's what I would usually do when I'm cleaning a roof, for example. Because it's a school, I don't really want to go there. I haven't discussed it with the school. They just really asked for me to pressure wash it, so that's what I've done, is basically hit it with the brute force of pressure to do the best I can to clean it up. So like the top, for example, I went over it nice and slowly with the flat surface cleaner at least twice in 2 different directions, just to try and be as thorough as I can. Obviously there's still some stubborn bits on there, and then around the bars and everything underneath, there's a couple of places where it's a bit rusty, could do with a lick of paint really, but the whole thing's cleaned up quite nicely. It's brightened up the place. Looks a lot better than it did anyway. So yeah, and then I've rinsed down the paving. Obviously they didn't want the paving necessarily to be cleaned, so I've just given it kind of a hard rinse, if you see what I mean. There were some bits of moss under the benches and things like that, so I've rinsed it all, cleaned it all up as best I can. And on some of the benches there's some stubborn marks as well. Again, I feel like with the right chemical I could get some of those off, but I just don't want to go there really. All the scuffs and scratches along here, but yeah, it's cleaned up, looks a lot brighter and nicer than it did. That's something a bit different that I'm not usually used to, but yeah, quite enjoyed it. There we go. Thanks for watching, and catch you on the next one.